Grammys every year. Gotta be excited about the Grammys, man. That's the music.
Yeah, I don't really
The
like
music
to watch
industry's,
the show, but
really?
yeah, because
You
it
just
would
like
be
the-
too much like in between. Like I like to watch it the day after when I can skip through
Okay.
like what I want to see.
I always have to watch award shows live.
Yeah. Oh, you do.
Yeah, me. I
like
gotta
to watch
watch it
the
live.
performances live.
In my
but,
household,
like,
there's
they be-
always like.
I like to watch them on Twitter.
certain award shows, BET Awards. I'm watching the whole.
You know
thing
what
live.
sucks
never know what's
though?
gonna happen.
Yeah.
You know what
Facts.
sucks about living in LA is like
The
they
traffic.
never show it live. Like you have to do all this whole thing. Like if you,
I said the traffic.
no, because they
The cost of living.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things, but they prioritize the East
Gas
Coast
prices.
viewing
Yeah, so it's not
because
gonna
if
be
they
live
were
for
to
us.
if they were to show it live when it's happening, it would be too early for us.
Yeah.
like because
Like
these
these football
shows start
games.
at like 5.
Yeah.
And
Everybody's still at work.
nobody's at. So what they do is they'll start it at 5 and then show it live on the East Coast.
Yeah.
And then our broadcast comes on at 8 here, but it's
already been
not live.
recorded. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I've
realized
already
that
seen
when
it
I
all
went-
on Twitter.
I went to the Grammys in 2019. Shout out my cousin Belva. She gave me some tickets, and I went there, and I was just totally taken aback. Like I had no idea what it was going to be like, but
Yeah, what was your experience?
it was. I felt very. I don't want to say that out loud.
Say it with your chest.
But I feel like
Say it with
felt
your
like you know how
chest,
when you
girl.
go into those towns when you're driving through you're driving through America, right? And you're in the middle of nowhere, but you got to get some gas and you're hungry, and you look like me, and you go into a gas station and everybody look at you. That's how I felt at the Grammys. And then when Drake and Cardi B came on stage, the whole crowd made everybody feel like that, like, oh, get these off the stage. Like that's how I felt.
Word.
And it made me like not like it even more. Like, because I already felt the way about the
Interesting.
Grammys because I feel like we never get, the people that are deserving never really get,
Right.
appreciated or noticed for what they are. So when I went, I was like, oh, I see what they're talking about now. I still love to watch it because I'm a fan of music.
Let us know how we
But-
can get a media pass. You know what I'm saying?
Shoot,
Yeah,
call
we
my
need to
cousin
get a media
Belva.
pass at the Grammys this year.
But
Yeah,
it was an interesting
Recording Academy.
experience.
We need Jovy doing interviews.
Interesting experience. The performances are dope though, and it's cool to like see the production team behind scenes.
The
because there's
changeover?
commercials. Yeah, they're
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
everybody be quiet because now we're about to go live. Like the crowd has to, the bottom crowd. They're like, everybody quiet, and they're like 10, 9. The same way we just counted down for this show. They're counting down. Shows commercials over, and they like spin the props out, and
Yeah,
Cardi
yeah.
B's on the piano. It's amazing
fire.
to see.
Yeah, for sure.
Interesting.
Definitely cool.
Interesting.
But I am gonna watch this year because I heard my girl performing.
Uh-oh. Who's
Beyonce.
that?
Word
I
on the
think she's supposed to
street.
do some.
Word on the street
Right, it's a
is
rumor,
she's
right?
supposed
It's
to
not
do.
confirmed?
It's not confirmed. It's not confirmed. But word on the street is she's supposed to do the tribute to Tina Turner.
You got that word on the street in.
And did okay.
Jovy want to call segments "Word on the Street" so bad.
Yeah.
So this how we just figured it out.
I bet I get a little word in the street in for every episode of this show. I bet I do that.
I bet you did, but
Yeah.
that would be interesting to see.
So y'all are here for the Beyonce performance?
I'm here for
every
anything
performance,
Beyonce.
but for sure, if Beyonce's going to be there, I'm gonna watch.
When's the last time she performed at an award show? Was it when she was pregnant?
When
with
she
the
was
twins
pregnant and
did the chair joint?
because that's the only time I've ever
What-
seen
what
Love
award
Drive
show was
live.
that?
Grammys, and
Oh,
she
it was
did the
Grammys.
Love Drive, where she leaned back in the chair.
It
With the big
feels like
Two
like
babies.
the
it feels like
gold-
Beyonce is
Yes.
only going to perform at the Grammys because
Where else can she can't go back to BET?
Come on.
Okay, look, I love
come back
us.
home. Come
I
back
love
home,
us,
Beyonce.
but you have to. The platform has to be elevated for her to be there, and we just haven't been evolving with the times.
Yeah.
The Grammys have, the Oscars have.
Hey, I'm not.
You know what? Let's
Yeah.
cut.
Nah.
Take two.
I mean, I feel you. I feel you. But what? Okay, so
That's why she's not coming
here's,
back.
this is an interesting conversation. What is the BET Awards lacking that other award shows aren't?
Class.
Y'all had
Just because
Suki.
it's
You saw how
us.
Suki was on the
Now
red
what-
carpet.
Yeah, like-
Are y'all
Like,
talking about
it's
the BET Awards or the BET Hip Hop Awards? Because those are also two different things.
Both, but the BET Awards.
Okay, just the regular BET
I just think
Awards.
we need, first of all, a bigger budget.
Mm. You know what? Let's not talk. Look, we don't got shit to do with
I'm-
BET. Let's
I'm
not
not-
talk
okay.
about. Let's not say
I'm
we.
not trying to
right?
shit
Like,
on
let's not-
BET. What I'm
let's
trying to
not
say is
we.
I can understand why Beyonce hasn't came back to perform at BET. like because the
Retweet.
budget is not big enough and because there's not enough class. I love BET, but there's just certain things that
I don't think they,
on
but I don't
at-
think they. You mean the budget, just like the production budget, like
Just-
they don't because they don't. I don't think artists get paid to perform at these
But
award
she's
shows
not
because
gonna-
it's such a big look. It's like
she's
performing
not
at
going
the
to
Super Bowl.
perform with just 2 backup singers and some drapes behind her though.
Yeah,
It's Beyonce. Like
Yeah.
you saw what she did at the Grammys with that chair. Like I don't know. See, this is why it's hard to have live shows and talks when you have a real opinion because people start to judge you, especially in this internet age. I love BET.
yeah.
But they just don't have the Beyonce
Yeah.
budget. And
Yeah.
that's all I'm saying. Not that they can't afford her, that she's over it, but like Beyonce is not gonna
Just go to
perform
any-
anywhere where she can't give you a Beyonce show. And she can't do that at BET Awards. Now, can she do it at a Grammy show? Yes, because
Damn
they're gonna
Skippy.
fund it. You know what I mean?
see.
And that's why she keeps going back to these places.
I see.
So
Yeah.
if she does perform Tina Turner, I expect her to have on a very short, shiny dress. And I
All
hope
the
she's been
frills.
doing some bicep curls.
Yeah.
Because we need them arms to be looking very Angela
Get
Bassett.
that right.
How long do y'all think that Beyonce is going to remain an immaculate performer
Forever.
for?
She's going to be
Like,
like,
honestly, do you think that?
For-
Because it looks like, I mean,
Well, you mean
when we
like
went to the show,
physically?
when we went to Renaissance tour,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't look like there's any slowing down
I don't
of this
think so.
train. But
I feel
just like
the
any
only way it's
performance,
gonna
like,
slow
there's
down is
gonna-
if she wants it to.
it's gonna like I mean, it takes a lot of endurance. It takes a lot of. She's in her
that's what
40s.
That's what I'm
you
saying.
know.
I feel like the only way it's going to stop is if she wants it to.
Yeah.
No, I feel it because Beyonce be doing more than us, and
I feel like she could also take a crazy break and then pop up with a residency.
because that's what Janet Jackson did. We
Mm-hmm.
didn't see Janet Jackson for what a good 10 years, no shows.
I mean, yeah, and,
And
who?
then
Okay,
residency,
let me
tour.
let me flip the question.
Now
And-
festivals.
Festivals.
Who is the like? Who's the? And I'm talking about like mobility.
Okay.
Name an artist that's up in age that is an excellent performer. I'm not just talking about like vocal range and
Besides Janet,
yeah, I mean that's a good one. But
I
like
feel
yeah,
like
besides
that's the
besides
only-
her,
Like
yeah.
Janet is like
that's
would be
I
the
feel like that's the
standard,
last.
Because I'm
'Cause I've seen Earth,
I'm
Wind,
wondering
and
like
Fire, they
at
don't
what
give it to you like you used to.
yeah, you know, at
Anita
what
Baker don't do it like she used to. I
At
mean, she
what-
still sings, but mobility.
at what age does the mobility start to dwindle and then
I
that
feel
changes
like
the performance?
It depends on what you've been doing all your life.
hmm
Like people like Beyonce, I don't think, and like if Michael Jackson would still be alive, I don't think that it would have stopped just because they're 65. Like these are people
Yeah.
who have been training their bodies. Like they got money to put into their body. Like the same way they say LeBron James spends $1 million on his body every
Yeah,
year. So
yeah.
they're spending money on their body and you know
Yeah.
doctors and physical therapists and
We're
all
just-
these routines to keep themselves up because they're dancers.
We're just in
that's part of their-
an interesting time with like technology and like
medicine.
and
Right.
therapy and
Right. So
you
I
know
honestly
all this
think they
stuff.
could last longer.
Wow.
I feel like it's all like it's a want thing though, you
Yeah.
know, especially for women. Cause like for me, like I don't want to tour forever. Yes, I would love to, but like when I have kids and a family, like I want to be able to see my kids every single day, wake up,
Yeah.
take them to school if they got recitals. So like you don't want to be touring your whole life. Like you don't want to be
Yeah, touring
50
is a
and missing-
grueling thing to
and
be.
missing your grandkid. Like tour,
especially
I love to
especially
tour.
when they're doing
Michael
touring
Jackson.
like
I love
that.
to tour.
That touring. That
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
that touring is that's real touring.
Yeah, that's a
what we
different
do
type of
is
tour.
luxury touring,
Yeah.
flying on
Yeah,
planes.
it's still tight.
And
still,
yeah,
not.
but it's not. You're not in
They're
a
doing-
bus, and you're
and
not
they're doing-
you're not away for 3 to 6 months.
Right.
Ahead of time.
That's
yeah.
not what we do.
And she's doing more than us
Yeah.
on stage.
Yeah.
Let's get that.
Oh,
down
for
pat.
sure,
So
yeah.
I can only imagine if I feel this way, but I also don't have the money to keep myself up like she does, like all these physical
Not
therapy
yet,
and
sis. Not
Yeah.
yet.
energy.
Hey man,
Abundance
Speak what you
mindset.
want.
You
Abundance
see- see what you seek.
mindset.
you see a park, I see a gym.
Exactly.
Her. Where the Kendrick Lamar getting his.
Exactly.
Yeah.
R&B only.